Day 516, 48 minutes. What did you do today? Today I wrote a chapter about my big break as a speaker. We all look for that gig that's going to burst our career wide open. I was so excited. I finally got it. I was to speak to the Massachusetts Credit Union Association, which is all the board of directors from all of the credit unions around the state. This was huge, 300 people. And I realized from what I learned in the speaking world that they could all bring me in and hire me if they love me and realize, hey, they need this message for their credit union and their employees. So I was still getting started. I didn't really have a great speech, so I overcompensated, creating custom humor for them. So I was merging from my comedy into my speaking, and it was at the Chatham Bars Inn, which is right on the ocean in Cape Cod, and it's just a beautiful resort. Just yeah, my family was impressed that I would be speaking there. So anyway, that felt pretty cool. So I get there, I did my homework, I get there, and people started coming in, and I noticed something just wasn't looking right. There was to be 300 people, but there was actually only 200 seats. And so I found the meeting planner, and she said, "Oh, don't worry. We have another meeting room down the hallway. We're going to pipe the sound into that. They'll hear you." What? You don't understand. Half of my humor comes from my facial expressions. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm a professional. And then I notice people coming in, and there's people with walkers and wheelchairs, and I realize these are elderly people. They look like the cast of Grumpy Old Men. Oh, okay. Think positive, think positive. So the day goes super long. I'm speaking at 7:30 at night, turns into 8 o'clock, and then they're gonna have some awards, and it goes to 8:30, and all of a sudden people are getting up and leaving. They're tired. It's late. They don't care if Funny Boy is coming on later. So I'm thinking lemons to lemonades, lemons to lemonades. How do I make the best of this? So I go, I know. I run down to the other room and try to encourage those people to come into the main room so they can have a better seat. Nobody moved. They looked at me like, I'm talking here. Why are you bothering my social time? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I hear them announcing me to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our comedian. Wait, I'm not a comedian. I'm a speak. Wait, welcome our comedian, Darren LaCroix. They're introducing me. I'm not even in the room. So I turn to run and I knock over a guy's oxygen tank. Yep, almost killed a man on my way to the stage. Oh, so I was frazzled. I was bombing. So I go to my custom humor, which would be perfect. At least it's about them. And I didn't realize that they're all from different credit unions. They don't know Mary knits through all the board meetings, and they didn't know that Bob's a horrible golfer. So I'm doing this custom humor, and it's like table dances. The little chuckles at one table. So I go for my surefire bit, my improv game called Helping Hands, where I bring someone up for the audience, they stand behind me, and I tell a story, and they use their hands. Well, it always works. Except this time. Woman stood there, she didn't move. No, in desperation, I said, please do something with your hands. And she covered my mouth. It got a huge laugh. But man, did I get the message. I crawled off stage. I just wanted to die. I was like, if I could tunnel out down underneath and not have to talk to anyone, especially the event planner, that would be awesome. And I was walking out the door. You may have heard this in my championship speech. I called my mentor, Rick. I said, Rick, I bombed. They died. They hated me. And Rick said, so? What do you mean, so? How do you argue it so? Rick went on to explain to me that every successful speaker bombs. It's just part of the journey. And it's what we do with that. It's the lessons we learn. I learned so many lessons from this night about how to do custom humor, about the fact that I needed content for my speech. I couldn't just wing it and be bringing my comedy routine by itself without the content. So what failures in your life did you actually learn lessons from that help you in your journey? It sucks that we're afraid of failure when that's the thing that teaches us the most important lessons we learn to be able to become successful. So, what can you do today? Hustle and pray.